I've got an off-docket matter.
Okay, what you call it?
It is 255-3123.
Okay.
Mr. Hagood,
Yes.
and he's here, and we're asking for a walkthrough. And they've spoken with the complainant.
Well, let's, hey, good, come up, please. Mr. Burns, are you hearing this too? Oh, you have. You are Mr. Hagood.
Sir.
Mr. Hagood, you are charged with violation of a bond condition or protective order. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir. Okay, Sebastian.
All right, on February 24th, 2025, officer was dispatched in reference to a possible violation of protective order and made contact with Patty first. Stated that her ex attempted to contact her via Fortnite on an Xbox game system.
That's my jam. Fortnite? Oh, yeah. That's my jam.
He stated that she received messages under a username, OBT Hagood and LLUVVNEE. Message she received stated saying, "Hey you, I miss your voice," and then received several friend requests. And she knew that the complainant would have stated that from prior experience, that was linked to the defendant's.
So he's trying to contact you through Fortnite.
Right, Xbox.
Right. Okay. All right. Mr. Hagood, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. I want you to know now that the Texas Constitution does not allow me, but in very, very limited circumstances, to have a hearing to hold someone at no bond. You are now charged with a violation of protective order, and I'm putting conditions on your bond now. If I find that you violate these conditions, I can have a hearing to hold you at zero bond, no bond, and I will do it in a heartbeat to protect every person in this county. Do you understand?
Yes, sir, I understand.
So the problem is that he's got an impeding breath, I guess, against the same person now, right?
Yes, Judge. Just for the court's awareness of with the complainant, she's not on the word or anything like that. I think counsel and I have agreed that, no contact is going to be best moving forward. There's some issues with the cases that we'll look over, but just wanted to bring that to your attention.
What about bond? Because we need to set a bond and.
There's a $5,000, or I think they've requested a $5,000 bond.
Okay.
I'm asking for a $1,000 bond. And if I may, Your Honor, during the altercation, I showed the state a video that shows her being very violent. And during that altercation, his Xbox was broken. So he's denying he did. I don't know how Xbox works, and I don't know how Fortnite works.
Hey, you never played Xbox?
Judge, my 10-year-old plays
PlayStation
it.
or an Xbox?
My 10-year-old plays it excessively, but
You never played Xbox?
I don't. I mean, I've tried a little bit, but 2 minutes.
Oh my Lord. I mean. I know what you're getting for Christmas. It's not the worst in the world, Mr. Hagood, but no means no. And I want you to understand that we're absolutely serious. If I find that you try to message this person through any means, I'm going to put you in jail. Do you understand?
I understand.
I believe that everybody deserves a chance, but I'm only going to give you one. I will not give you any more. Understand? So I'll set the bond at $3,000. I'm going to grant you a PR bond today, but you're not going to get another one. You will sign orders now not to have any contact with this person, not to use any marijuana, not to use any alcohol, illegal drugs. If I find that you're using, you pick up another case or you try to have contact by any means necessary, I don't care what it is, I will put you in jail.
Sure.
You understand?
I understand clear as day.
So it's a bond set at 3. PR bond granted. And then, I'm going to have you monitored through pre-trial, so don't worry. So you're also not to be in possession of weapons as well. So you've got a lawyer, just listen to him. He'll take care of you, even though he doesn't play Xbox. And then just, you know what's right, you know what's wrong.
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right, good luck.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thanks.
Case number on the bond.
Oh, it's 255-3120.
31.
So, Mr. Glover, you have picked up a burglary of a motor vehicle. You've also picked up an assault of a family member. On both of those cases, you're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You've worked out an agreement where they're offering you 120 days in jail with credit for the 66 on the assault and 68 days on the burglary of a motor vehicle. You need to understand that both of these cases will go on your record. They will be there for the rest of your life. On the assault case, there's an affirmative finding of family violence, meaning if you pick up another one of these, you will be facing a third-degree felony, 2 to 10 of the penitentiary. And if you've been to the pen, it could be just, they can continue to enhance your punishment, perhaps 5 to life, 15 to life. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
On the burglary of a motor vehicle, that is also an enhanceable offense, meaning you continue to pick up those cases. At some point, they'll hit you with a felony on that as well. Do you understand?
So,
From now on, you're facing a minimum of 90 days in any misdemeanor court here in the state of Texas. Any misdemeanor you pick up, it's a minimum of 90 days in jail. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. Once you accept this agreement, there's no turning around. This is stuck. It'll be there forever. Is this what you want to do?
so,
You also need to understand that if you're on parole, pleading guilty to both of these cases, they may revoke your parole, sending you back to prison. What is ISF? I don't know what's going to happen, but they can revoke your parole, send you back to prison. Do you understand?
yes, sir.
You still want to do all this? How do you plead to the assault and the burglary of a motor vehicle, guilty or not guilty?
Yes.
I'm going to find you guilty. I will sentence you to both cases. I'm going to roll your court costs so you won't owe anything. Good luck to you, Mr. Glover. Thanks, Will.
Thanks, Judge.
Yeah, so we have Jose Guerrero. This is an old case. It's from 2020.
You have another Guerrero?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
So it's an old case. It's from 2023. The state wanted a 30-day reset to look over the case to
There's
see.
a 2B warrant, Judge.
Okay. Is discovery complete on the case?
It says the 911 call is still in progress. It was requested on the 14th, but I mean, if it's from 2023, I don't know if they would still have records for 911.
Yeah, I think they keep them, what is,
Oh, wait, no, that's on the felony. I apologize. Yes, discovery is completed. Besides, we need to subpoena for the medical records.
do you have an offer in the case?
No offer yet because this case just came onto my docket, so I'm trying to reach out to the complainant to see if I can get in contact with him first before I make any offer.
Okay. So he's really just, it's been in,
Yes, the first setting on this case was on January 13th, 2025.
yeah, so they filed it to be December of 23. And looks like he didn't get picked up until, January of this year. So we'll just give you like a normal,
Thank you.
just, right. So it's like, how long have you been on it? Did you just get appointed?
Yes, well, I've been on since the January
Do like
setting.
settings. I mean, you don't have to just have 30 days. Well, normal because it's been in just a 2 weeks.
Okay. Thank you, Judge.
Okay.
Back on Jose Guerrero, do you have any other bond conditions aside from the ones from the magistrate?
Is this the one that we revoked?
No, that was Guadalupe Guerrero. Well, Jose Guerrero, we were just talking about if that was the 2B.
He's in jail?
No, he's here.
Come up, Jose Guerrero. So he has a felony assault from January
Yes.
and then our assault here. Let's do PC because I don't remember anything.
Okay.
Moving on.
Mr. Guerrero, you were charged with assault causing bodily injury. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir. Okay.
On June 14th, 2023, an officer was dispatched to a residence in reference to an assault call for service. The complainant entered into a storefront to make the report. The officer identified the complainant by his Honduras identification card. The complainant stated that he and his family were at their residence in Houston, Harris County, Texas on June 10th, 2023. And he stated that some friends later identified as the defendant came over to the residence to discuss the complainant working at their residence located in Cleveland, Texas. The complainant described the defendant to be in his mid-20s to early 30s, and they were all sitting around. And Miss Bugon asked the complainant if they could drink while they ate. The complainant did not have any issues saying yes to the request. Then Miss Bugon then asked the complainant if he could play music while they ate, drank beer, and talked. The complainant stated that while he was looking down at his phone attempting to start playing music, the complainant's son, Jose, struck him in the face with his left side, causing it to be swollen. The complainant stated he believed it was a close fist punch, but was not sure due to him looking at the ground at his phone. After the defendant struck the complainant, all three parties left the premises. The complainant stated that after the altercation on June 11th, 2023, he felt pain and discomfort in his mouth and thought it was a broken tooth, but the pain got increasingly worse, where he felt like he needed to go to the emergency room. The complainant went to the hospital at a later date and then called officers on 213.
Okay, so what happened in the phony case then, please?
Yes, so on January 12th, 2025, an officer met with the complainant who stated her boyfriend began going through her phone and accused her of cheating. The defendant grabbed the complainant by her arms and squeezed them, causing pain. The defendant then punched her in the face and threw her to the floor. The defendant then stomped on the complainant's head several times, causing pain and for her to bleed from both ears.
Mr. Guerrero, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm going to do everything in my power to protect every person of Harris County. Do you understand? If I find that you become a danger in any way whatsoever, I'm going to make your bond so high you're going to have teeth falling out. Do you understand?
Understand.
You are not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, unprescribed controlled medication, and I'm going to test you like crazy. In fact, I'm going to send you for a drug test right now. Do you understand? If I find that you're using, it's really not going to go well for you. You're not to have any contact with the complaining witness in this case, not to go where they live, where they work, anywhere. Can you run his license, see if he has a valid Texas driver license? Submission.
It says that, oh wait. It says, his CDL is
Cortez?
unlicensed.
If you do not have a Texas driver license and or liability insurance in your name, you are also not allowed to drive. Do you understand? Okay, so I'm sending him for a drug test now. If you fail to go test, if you fail to come back, a warrant for your arrest will issue. Take the test, you must come back. Okay, take a seat for me.
Counsel for reset.
Mr. Flores, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. This is a second that's being reduced to a first, correct?
Yes, Judge, that's correct.
Mr. Flores, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You guys have worked out an agreement where they're now reducing your DWI to a Class B first offense, but you need to understand 2 and 1 still make 2. You pick up another DWI. What happens?
Yeah, it's on.
No, wrong. What happens? Up to 10 years in prison. And you don't have to be falling down, slippy ass drunk to pick up. All you need is just the mildest odor. They pull you over. They look at your record. Boom, it's over. Do you understand? Even if you've had a sip of alcohol, I would never get into a car because it's a huge risk. Do you understand? The agreement that you have worked out, Mr. Flores, is there. It is a 180-day jail sentence to be probated for 12 months. You must do a repeat offender DWI education class. 3 victim impact panels. Substance abuse treatment. Do a TRAS, which is an evaluation to see what other conditions you may need. If they assess other conditions, you must fulfill them. No breath test refusal. If you are pulled over in a car and an officer asks you to submit a breath test, you must do it while you're on this probation. If you don't, then you're in violation of this probation and you will get a warrant issued for your arrest. No drugs, no alcohol, guardian interlock, and 25 hours of community service. Is this how you understand the agreement?
I understand.
You also need to understand that DWI is big business. Because this is a second offense, you will be required to pay the DPS supervisor fee. So that is now a $3,000 that you will be required to pay. And if you don't, then you will sit every day, 1 day in jail for every $100 you owe. Somehow I have to get your attention. And if it's not by money, then it will be through. Do you understand? It's unacceptable. Every single day, someone dies from a DWI in our county. No more. Do you understand? If you violate this probation, a warrant for your arrest will be issued. You will go to jail and I'm going to bring you back out and you are looking at 180 days in jail. That means no drugs, no alcohol. You must do your classes on time. You pick up a new case, it's just not going to go well for you. You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront, cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. How do you plead to this offense? Guilty or not guilty, sir? Guilty. I'm going to find you guilty. I will send you to this agreement. So how much is the total for everything?
Everything.
With the 3,000, please.
Ian Brown?
Here's the other thing, Mr. Flores. Because you are taking an additional DWI education class, DPS may suspend your license. So before you start driving, you need to look and you need to contact DPS to see if your license is eligible. If it is not, you cannot drive. If you drive on a suspended license, you're in violation of this probation. Do you understand? Mackenzie, do you mind running his license now?
Yes.
So we can do the, divide it out by year.
His driver's license is not eligible, Your Honor.
You are not allowed to drive. You will be signing up an affidavit with me today promising me you're not going to drive. If I find that you drive, and I don't care what your excuse is, it's really not going to go well for you. Do you understand?
Understand.
Okay.
The court costs, including DPS fine, is $3,500.
It's a handheld device.
$35.
That's including $15 payment plan fee.
Okay, so the total amount that you will be required to pay is $3,520. You will be able to pay it through while you're on probation because they will put you on a payment plan. I'm going to tell you, you get caught up again, it's a ton of prison time. You understand? All right, good luck, sir. Thank you, guys. Hi.
Back on Mercedes Spinx, you had indicated that you would lower her bond to $3,000. I've spoken with the family, they will pay that. I
Wow.
have the
Okay,
waiver and the other one, so I just think we just need a bond order, bail order.
so Deputy Miranda, you mind bringing up Miss Spinks real quick? We're very lucky to have a family that's going to post this $3,000 for you. You need to understand there's serious consequences if you fail to go back. You fail to go, I'm going to revoke this bond. I will set it at 0. The family's going to lose all that money. So do you want, all we're asking to do is go back to this jurisdiction within the 2 weeks of your release. Don't wait until the last day because it's Murphy's Law dictates what can happen will happen. And I don't care about excuses. So if you try to wait till 2 days before to go up there and my car breaks down, my dog died, but I don't care. Do you understand?
Yes.
So I would make arrangements as soon as you get out. Okay? All right.
I want you to know that she has a lawyer working right now to set up a court date, so hopefully she
I
can provide
don't
that.
care if you come back here and it's post 2 weeks and the lawyer hasn't done squat, it doesn't matter to me. Don't depend on whoever because it's on you if you don't make it up there within 2 weeks to turn yourself in. And they haven't done what they're supposed to do. They promise you the moon, sun. Okay, good luck.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a great day.
You don't need another card, right?
No, I think I'm not correct. If not, my daughter.
Today is your trial setting and you show up at 1 o'clock. Really?
I didn't start late though, but I got lost.
I'm sending a test right now and then I'm rolling your case until tomorrow. You must be back here tomorrow. You understand me?
Yes.
Please take a seat. Mr. Mohammed,
have a line every time you say, how you doing, sir?
you're charged of failure to comply with, basically FSGI, leaving the scene of an accident without exchanging information. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor. On March 22nd, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, the complaining witness went to the police station to make a report for someone that struck her vehicle and failed to stop and give information. On March 24th, 2025, the officer reviewed body-worn camera where the complaining witness stated that while she was at a soccer game, someone struck her parked vehicle. The complaining witness stated that the witness left a note and that witness observed the defendant strike the complaining witness's vehicle and leave without stopping and giving information. The witness stated the defendant was the coach of the opposing soccer team. The complaining witness stated that they talked to the defendant, but the defendant has failed to provide their insurance information. The officer met with the witness who viewed the accident and administered a photo array. The officer observed vehicle damage from the defendant and the complaining witness consistent with complaining witness and witnesses' accounts of events. The officer observed text of the complaining witness communicating with the defendant. In those texts, the officer observed the defendant state he is responsible for the crash and he has no problem paying for the expenses out of pocket. The complaining witness obtained a written estimate of cost of repair to her vehicle of $1,975.78.
Okay. Mr. Mohammed, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with the case. Does he have a license? You are not allowed to drive unless you have a valid Texas driver license and liability insurance in your name.
He does, Judge.
I'm also ordering you not to go back to the soccer field. Do you understand? If I find that you pick up a new case, if you go back, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail. No more.
Judge, may I? Is there any way we just do no contact with this person? Because in this club soccer world, there's only like 2 to 3 fields that they play on. My daughter's played Albion and there's only like 3 parks that they play out. So can we just,
It's to happen again. And
I understand. Can we do a no contact so that he's not around that person? Because he's the head coach of the soccer team. And we're going to get this taken care of pretty quick. I think they agreed that if he pays restitution, they're fine with it.
how is it going to be possible if they're still playing soccer that it's going to?
I think he can avoid them. These parks are big. There's Dice, Zuby Park. Go ahead.
First of all, sir, I've never had contact with the woman who will claim these claims. That's one. Second of all, I never left the scene because I had to.
I'm not going to argue with.
No, of course, I understand.
We're not arguing the case.
Sir, sorry. Yes, I'm just trying to clarify that there's no contact between me and the or whoever's making the complaint at this moment. I've never had contact with her in my life, so there's no reason for any non-contact going forward, as I said.
Before he's allowed to drive, I want proof that he's got liability insurance, and I don't want you to have contact with the complaining witness. If I find that you get into another accident, if you're a danger to my city, I'm going to lock you up. Do you understand, Mr. Muhammad? Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
All right. We need to put bond conditions. We need to show proof to pretrial that he's got insurance, and then we'll allow him to drive.
Thank you, sir.
Good morning, Mr. Hissa. So you're charged with failure to stop and give information, which is leaving the scene of an accident without exchanging information. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor. On March 26, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, an officer was dispatched to a vehicle accident. The complaining witness stated he was driving when he noticed the defendant was tailgating him in his truck. The complaining witness stated he brake checked the truck. The complaining witness stated he attempted to change lanes to let the defendant through. The complaining witness stated the truck went around him, got on the median, and then collided with the complaining witness's vehicle on the side. The complaining witness stated the defendant pulled ahead of him and turned to leave the scene. The complaining witness stated he followed the defendant and got in front of his truck to prevent him from leaving. The complaining witness and the defendant exited their vehicles. The complaining witness stated the defendant came up to his face and was yelling that the defendant was trying to find a good place to stop. The complaining witness stated the defendant got in his motor vehicle and left without providing his driver's license or insurance. The complaining witness stated he did not want to press charges. The complaining witness estimated damages to be $500. An officer ran the plate provided by the complaining witness. There was a driver's license attached to the plate. The officers ran the attached driver's license and got a return photo, and the complaining witness ID'd the defendant by this driver's license photo that the officer showed him.
Mr. Hitz, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. Do you mind running his license, please?
Sure.
City has a valid license. You are not allowed to drive unless you have a valid Texas driver license and liability insurance in your name. If I find that you drive without either, or if you pick up a new case, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail. No more PR bonds. Do you understand? Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer?
I think so. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Give you time. If you have any problems, just come back and talk, and then we can go further. If you need an appointed lawyer or anything, we can always have you fill out an application. So for now, I will have you go to Victoria, sign a reset. We will then have you take a seat in the jury box while I get your bond conditions ready. We'll have you sign it, and after that, you'll be free to go. All right? Please.
Judge, for what it's worth, my client, assuming the court's okay with it, would like to apply for an driver's license after this. And we'll be working on getting those documents together if the court's inclined.
I don't know about doing a time served. He just had one dismissed, and he's back now, right again with another DWI, and it's a point, and it's above a 15. I mean, really?
Sure.
We're still going to continue to do the same thing over and over and over? No, I know you're saying no, but here you are yet again. You had one dismissed, a year and a half ago. Now you're back on another one. It's above a 0.15.
If you got an occupation, the court could order some level of treatment, Judge.
He has to do treatment as part of it. So what we do is we have him TRAS'd, but if I accept this, I'm sticking him with the fine. I'm not going to let him go without the fine.
Would you impose a fine on the probation?
No.
Let me talk
to him. It's 4,500 as well, too. No, I'm sorry, 6,000. I need you to understand that in life, right, we're not going to continue to hope and pray that something bad doesn't happen. We sometimes have to take proactive measures to ensure. You just had one dismissed. You've now picked up another one. If I were to plead you to time served, another proverbial slap on the wrist, and now we're going to let you go out there and hope that you don't kill someone or maim someone or you don't pick up another one, No, that's like the definition of insanity, in wishing that something, over and over, just with a different result. No, this is proactive because here we can see what the issue is. We don't want you to come back with another DWI or much more kill someone, because look at the news. Every day someone dies from a DWI, and it's just not fair when it's so freaking preventable by one damn button on your phone. How much money have you spent on both DWIs so far, where one button and a $40 fee would have gotten you from A to B? You know what I mean?
Sir.
That's now what we have to do to intervene in hopes that you learn from this so it doesn't happen again. So you've worked out an agreement where they're offering you 1 year in jail and this to be probated for 15 months. As part of this, you will do a repeat offender DWI education class, a victim impact panel, a TRAS, which is an evaluation to see what are the conditions you may need, if you need other conditions. If they assess them, you must fulfill them. No drugs, no alcohol, no breath test refusal, meaning that if you're pulled over, an officer asks you to submit a breath test, you must do it while you're on this probation. Guardian interlock, 25 hours of community service, and a $100 one-time donation to Mothers Against Drug Driving. You have children.
No, but I have a 13-year-old brother that relies on me.
If he does a parenting class, then I'll consider the community service way.
Thank you, Judge.
The idea, all we want is that you learn so that you, in 20 years, this has made enough of an impact on you that you think twice. Oh man, shit, that was such a bad experience. I don't want to do that again. It's either jail or it's a crap load of fines and fees. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
If you ever have a problem while you're on this probation, all you have to do is come back, let us know. We can work through anything. There's nothing too big, nothing too small. But the worst possible thing you can do is drive without a license or insurance, start using, or pick up another DWI. So you understand?
Yes, sir.
The other thing that if you just take off, abscond, that's also an instantaneous warrant. If you violate this probation, that's what we do. We issue a warrant. We have a hearing to determine whether you violated it. If you do, you're looking at an entire year. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you are not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty to this offense, this is going on your record now. It'll be there for the rest of your life. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
From now on, you're facing a minimum of 90 days in jail. You ever pick up another one. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
And I'm going to tell you now, you get pulled over. An officer, the first thing they do is they look at your record. They're going to see DWI, DWI. What do you think they're going to do? Do you think they're going to harass and harangue the hell out of you? Every time you get pulled over. And if they smell anything funky, it's probably not going to go well. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Is it true or untrue that you had a 0.15 or above in this case?
It's true.
True to the enhancement. All right. How do you plead to the offense? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
I'm going to find you guilty. I'm going to follow this agreement. I'm going to send you to it. I'm not going to suspend your license now, but I'm going to tell you, can you look up his license, please, to see if it's suspended?
Judge, I'm sorry, I missed his name.
Arredondo.
It is not eligible, Your Honor.
Okay. So you will be signing a non-driving affidavit. If you drove here today, you are not allowed to drive home. Your license is suspended as of this time. If we catch you driving without a license, I'm going to lose it. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Do not drive. You are required to have a guardian interlock, and every officer, because we send notice to DPS, every officer in the state knows if they pull you over and you don't have an interlock, you're going to jail. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
That's for the traffic, right? That's why it's ineligible, right? So
I
traffic.
believe so. I took care of those yesterday. So.
Judge, I believe his license may be showing ineligible due to a traffic ticket. If we can get that sorted, can we come back and?
I'm okay with an occupational as long as he's in compliance, okay? The other thing is this, is he is now taking a subsequent DWI education class. DPS is probably going to suspend your license regardless because of a subsequent DWI education class, if you've already taken it. Did he do a diversion and it got dismissed? As part of the diversion, you have to do a DWI education class. Subsequent ones get your license suspended. So I would check with DPS first. Don't just start driving, when you take care of that ticket, because they're going to probably suspend your license again. And this time it may be like a 2-year suspension. I'm okay with an occupational as long as he's in compliance.
Yes, Your Honor.
And he has an interlock first. Okay. All right. So we're going to have you meet with Shatori for all your conditions, and then good luck to you, sir.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you. Waive the supervisor for the. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
You were charged with driving while intoxicated. you were facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine because of the high blow, you have worked out an agreement where they're offering you 3 days in jail with credit for the 1 day that you've done. You need to understand that you're entering into a very important agreement today where this DWI will go on your record. It's going to be there for the rest of your life. This is serious business because if you ever get pulled over again and you have some kind of funky smell, whether it's alcohol, whether it's dope, anything, it's probably not going to go well for you because they're going to look that you have a prior DWI. And do you understand?
Yes.
So I would never, even if you've had a sip of alcohol, get into a car because you're begging for trouble. We all make mistakes, but when you continue to make mistakes that you endanger other people's lives, the sentences get longer. You know, the cost goes skyrocketing. You understand?
Yes, I do.
So there is a $6,000 surcharge that would tack on because this is a 0.15. I'm going to waive it for you today. If you come back with another DWI, get ready because it gets a whole lot worse. Not only that, from now on, it's a minimum of 90 days in jail. You pick up another one. Do you understand? You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, this will go on your record. You can never take it off. Is this what you want to do?
I understand.
Okay, how do you plead to the offense, man? Guilty or not guilty? I'm going to find you guilty. Send it you to 3. Is it true or untrue that you had a 0.15 or above?
It's probably true.
Okay, true enhancement. Okay, I'll send it you 3 days in jail, credit for the 1 day that you've done. I'm going to suspend your license for 90 days. Do not drive until you get a license. I'm going to waive your supervisory fee, but be careful. You come back on another one, it's going to cost you an arm and a leg. Do you understand? For $50, an Uber, take you wherever you want to go. $50.
That's what I'm doing now.
Good. Good luck to you.
Yeah, and I do have a question. There is something weird with her license. We're unable to get a status of her license.
Yes, absolutely.
I think state did just a few minutes ago too, and they couldn't get anything.
Gaskin is the last name. I don't know. You know, that's something you may just have to call DPS to figure out. You have your license number, correct?
Yes.
This is the number, Deputy Grant, that's the number to the driver's license division of DPS. Call them right when the phone lines open at 7 and you'll get through. Don't try at 7:20, 1 o'clock. You'll never get through because they're so busy. But if you call right at 7 o'clock in the morning, you'll be able to speak to someone and they can tell you what the problem is.
Judge, even our orange, it won't populate, it won't return to anything. I'm not sure.
There's something's wrong. I don't know. I mean, we only get access to be able to put a number in and it'll spit out information as to the status of the license, why it is. I don't know. Maybe it's got to be an incorrect number or something. Maybe
It doesn't populate with a number, which is odd. It's just a symbol, and then it says an error.
Because in the one in that letter, it was saying something about
The website could be down too.
do something.
Oh, yeah, maybe the website's down. I don't know.
Or something.
I would call them. The best thing to do is just call them straight from them. You know, that's what I would do.
All right, and I do have one more question here, and I'm sorry. If we find that her license was previously suspended for 90 days, would you be willing to give her credit for that 90-day suspension?
Yes, but you have to give them the dates and everything.
Gotcha. Yes, sir. Thank you, Your Honor.